radio on Berlin.
You're listening to Radio On with Rinus van Alabik and myself, Adrian Shepherd. Another tape review show. Thanks for joining us. Keep listening.
Yeah, we should join the Eurovision contest. At least you should join.
I know, like joining
contest.
those two genres, mixing those two things.
That's if I can say this with a historical word, amazing. Whoa! How long has it been since you've heard that
Years.
one?
What
awesome. Amazing.
Earth calling awesome.
Yeah.
Do you remember that from your childhood?
Of course.
Every Saturday night after the football. Mork calling.
The best thing was when he saw this egg and he said, hey, be free, fly.
Yeah. Oh, I loved it so much. And his stripy jumper and his kind of, what do they call those? Not spats, bracelets. No, things that hold your trousers up. Something. Yeah. But in any case, amazing, incredible. But talking about history.
No.
What was Saturday? Rinus is tapping. Oh, yeah, we really must bring our music in earlier. Yeah, because we tend to ramble on too much.
That's true.
Yes, and our listeners have been writing in and asking us for years to listen to stuff, and we've been listening.
And but maybe there's also people waiting for years to hear their... So we start with this one, because it arrived at me when I still lived on the Königstrasse, and I changed address twice after that.
Mm-hmm. Padded envelope, not a padded room.
This is Corona era. Maybe you find some Corona in
great. It. Oh, yeah, great. So you hear it
Corona,
first.
When Corona changed into COVID, what was that? Was that cosmetic, or did it sell better? Or
I don't know. One was a drink. The other one was what? One was a carbonated beverage.
Of course, you have to use that word a lot, and if you can add it on the word and use less letters, that it also you save on outside boarding and things like that.
Una Corona
Free
Blanca.
COVID test.
You hardly ever hear that, although I have seen more masks actually now on the U-Bahn and stuff like that.
Those are Chinese tourists. I saw two of them.
No, they've always been there.
Okay.
They haven't just appeared, have they? Sorry. All right, I'm opening it. I'm not smelling.
Well, you can still smell. Maybe there's a paper in it.
Yeah, great. Okay. Well, we've lost the starboard engine.
What?
I guess. I'm bringing us back to the CD that I just
got
out of the... Remember, our listeners out there, look, I've just opened this packet and there's a CD inside, and it's called Bolivian Fire Ships.
Oh,
wow. That's really sci-fi.
There we go again to the human sacrifice.
Yeah, and also Harrison Ford.
Oh, but the picture on the front, I see from over the table.
Go on, describe it in great detail, Rinus.
Oh, that's something between
front of the CD,
what you see a 3D painting where you have to put up glasses, then you see everything in shape, and now it's out of shape. But it's also, if it's come from Bolivia, you've got like what is it, Lake Titicaca or something like that, which is 5 kilometers above sea level, and of course surrounded by mountains. Otherwise, it wouldn't be 5 kilometers above sea level. True. Because that's where mountains are. Yeah. And doesn't look like a picture, but rather like a painting.
Yeah. Yep. And a bit of Monet in the front there. A bit of Monet, sort of little.
They've got a little bit of money.
Red plants. Red poppies.
Poppies?
Talking about the First World War.
Okay.
So,
and what is it? But you need to put on your glasses to...
no, it's okay. It's readable. It's readable.
It's a CD.
Although CD, but it's, what can I say? All pieces made by James Buchanan. And he also says, using guitars, tape machines, field recordings, no input mixer. Well, that's a bit useless, isn't it? A no input mixer? No, you can't put anything into it. No, anyway. We know what that is, don't we?
Maybe our listeners don't know it.
and a Yamaha VSS 200. Why would you put the name? Yeah, that's it. Recorded at Regular One Studios in Stockholm by J.G. Sparks in late 2020.
Oh, wait a minute. We had him on the show.
Sparks, Mr. Sparks.
Years ago with a very, very atmospheric, I remember, tape that he, and where you could feel the long Stockholm winters.
No way.
Yeah. You know, when
Have to look back.
when the evening starts at 2:30 in the afternoon,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and then you go home and just say, okay, melancholy
Yeah.
music.
Hey, look, I'm going to have to...
I will live for a very long
Ejecting.
time, but I don't know when I have to start with the rest of it.
Ejecting. So, here we are. Let's go back to the CD. We've lost the starboard engine, Captain. This is the first track in that Scottish accent. Okay.
In Bolivia.
Let's go for it. Bolivia? What? What? How do you know it's from Bolivia?
No, there's Bolivia in the title, or not?
No. What?
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Bolivian fire ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Keep on the case, Shepherd. Let's go. Oh, that's quick. That was quick introduction.
Is that the end of the CD?
Yeah.
It's stuck again.
No. Well, I don't think it jumped. Actually, the first
In fact, it was carving.
first 20 seconds, it was on fast forward.
Okay.
So then,
No,
then it changed. But hey,
That was 1 minute. Can we do it?
Yeah.
We did 25 minutes
do
of
it
talking.
again. Yeah, sure. Well, we have to go for the next track.
Yeah, come on.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fair.
Yeah,
on
you
him
can.
otherwise, is it? Yeah. So first track was "We've Lost the Starboard Engine" very quickly, I think, and then "Lullaby for Broadcast." It's already sounding very sci-fi, Bolivian sci-fi. I wonder if that's a genre. It is now, anyway. Bolivian fire ships. There you go, and by James Buchanan. And let's make sure we get the right speed, first of all. Track 2, which is Lullaby for Broadcast. You're listening to Radio On with Rinus van Alabik and myself, Adrian Shepherd, and that was Bolivian Fireships, a CD that we've been sent in. Beautiful.
Is this old-fashioned science fiction music where you...
Good question. Good question. I mean, you were just talking about
a lot
cameras that the Stasi had. You can have a look at it on the Stasi website.
Stasi Museum website, yeah.
You can look at this old footage.
Yeah.
That could be this could be the perfect soundtrack to that.
Oh wow! Yeah, very
Lullaby
good connection. So, James, if you hear this, go to the everyone else, go to the Stasi Museum website. I think it says STASI and museum, and you will find it. And clicking your way through, you will also find this video footage things, and they're just filming nothing. Look, there's a man walking.
Yeah,
and then
must be a lot of footage, I imagine.
Unfortunately, they didn't digitize all the videos. So there's 4 or 5 movies, short movies, all in black and white, all very 70s, 80s East Berlin. Someone sitting in a car and filming a guy walking towards a car.
Nice.
And that's it.
I bet he had a hat on and these kind of, not flares. Well, it was 70s, you said.
70s or 80s. You can't. Yeah. I'm not a connoisseur of car models.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But any haircut somehow indicates end of 70s, beginning of 80s. But of course, the videos, they have also the years attached to it when they were made.
Yeah.
And there's one, in fact, very close to where we are right now, and that's the Sebastianstrasse. And if you might come across a movie by a Polish guy whose name I forgot, but with Isabella Gianni playing in it and falling in love with an octopus.
With an octopus?
The opening scene, is on Bernauerstrasse, which is very funny, and one of a lot of scenes they are shot on the Sebastianstrasse, and that's here in Kreuzberg, where you stumbled out of your door and run immediately against the wall.
All right, yeah. So,
in the watchtower in that zone, they could film and see the Sebastianstrasse. So the people, there was just a stretch of 4 or 5 meters between the facade of the houses and the wall. And there's people coming out of the door with the children's how do you call it? The carriage,
prams,
and somebody walking to the far end and then coming back again. People talking at the doors, and I think this was a new medium.
Yeah.
And instead of watching them without the medium, which is very dull and boring, you're watching them with a camera and you're actually doing something.
Yeah, sure.
Huh?
Yeah.
And that makes it so intriguing because the guy who's shooting this film is actually thinking that he's doing something.
Yeah.
Which is shooting an Andy Warhol movie.
No, damn it! I was about to say that. Oh, it was in my mind.
You can cut it. You can cut what I said.
Like rearrange it. So I thought of it first. Oh, that sounds like a very Andy Warholian thing to say.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And then I'll edit that and then bring it. Yeah, time travel it.
But
big cameras, though. You said.
Yeah, that's what I remember when they came first. They were also 2,000, 3,000 euro. They were very mark guilders. Yeah. They were very expensive and very big, and you also had to take the video recorder with you
on a what do they call it? Like a
on a
side
on a belt
handbag.
Yeah,
handbag, video bag. Yep.
Yeah, but they were still as big as a medium-sized reel-to-reel recorder.
Yeah. Now I remember, yeah. They may not have been the size of, maybe it was VHS-C or something, or Betamax. Maybe the East Germans took on the Betamax sort of thing. And
you think they invented their own?
And VHS went the other way, and it was Betamax, perhaps. My dad used to bring out a cine camera for all our birthdays when we were kids on the moors, and there would be like a really bright light suddenly while really eating the jelly around the table, and then 4 minutes of like and stuff like that. That was his thing, on whatever, So But that was Super 8 cameras, which came after Standard 8. And then, when friends came around, we were forced to watch all these old Super 8 movies of us, or rewinding them and seeing the food coming out of our mouths again and stuff like that. So, yeah.
If you think all these technical inventions is to make it just more compact, more fast, and with less hassle.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, sure, but if
is that progress?
I mean, the ability...
I don't have a watch, I have a computer.
Yeah, sure. It's everything now, isn't it? I mean, that's obvious, isn't it? But, yeah. But in those days, but I'm going from Super 8 to video, which is a big thing, wasn't it? Because then if you could record onto videotape, then you could record for, like, a few hours, like 3 hours, perhaps.
Yeah, but there's a battery, of course, but still, yeah.
Yeah, sure. But these guys in the watchtowers were recording daily life, I guess.
Yeah, movements.
Yeah, sure. Didn't tend to react to. I guess people became used to it. Like, oh, he's popped up again, watching us, and all this sort of stuff. But then Warhol. Which came first? Warhol's sort of 10-hour movies, or I can't talk about Berlin Alexanderplatz because that was they were actors in that, but these long sort of shows. I guess there's also, think about the audience as well, because all these, the spies and East German guards or whoever, but the Stasi would have to watch all this footage as well, or it was just archived just in case of emergency.
No, of course they had to watch it. Because you have to employ these people,
Sure.
You can't sit in your office without doing anything.
Yeah, it's really sci-fi as well, because this is kind of like Philip K. Dick's.
Yeah.
A Scanner Darkly, where this policeman ends up spying on a drug gang, but then he's also in the drug gang, and then he takes the drugs, and then in the evenings he's watching himself, and then he starts losing his grip between reality and doesn't realise he's watching himself because of the drugs and all this sort of stuff. So talking about sci-fi, Philip K. Dick, and this CD we've been sent in. Where is it from? Oh, well, I thought it was France.
If you go with Bolivian and flying, and then you've got other drugs very close and in reach.
Exactly. But where's that from then? Where was the CD from?
How can I read this without glasses?
You can read the stamp. You can...
I need glasses to...
It says Krona. Is that right? It says KR on it.
Then, Sweden.
Use the wine glass
Sweden.
Is it Sweden?
Yeah.
But is Mr. James Buchanan from Sweden? Sounds like he's from the UK.
But he lives there.
Yes, of course, yes. We move around, don't we? Somethingberg, Kreuzberg, Rossberg, Sverige,
so that's Sweden.
Yeah, and 24 Krona. Yeah, okay, glad we got that sorted out. Should we go for the next track? Sturm und Drang.
Let's see how it ends. Or is that shouldn't we do that?
That was the end of this track, or you want to go speed right to the end? Yeah. Drift 3. Oh, Border Crossings. There's a track called Border Crossings.
That's obviously talking about that all the time.
Yeah. So if we go for... Oh, no, look, now I just realised. Drift 1, Drift 2 and Drift 3.
Well, this is turning into a real radio show. We're actually playing music.
So, true. Yeah. Well, I don't know whether I'm supposed to go... Whether I'm supposed to go. I think there's Drift 1, Part 1, Drift 2, Part 3. So Drift 3. So Border Crossings is actually the last track on it, which should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So it shouldn't go any further than 7. Oh, no, it does, though. Look, It's going up to 10. No, 10. 10 can't be the last one. So sorry about this, everybody. I can edit all this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Yeah, Drift 3. So it's actually number 9 we need to listen to for Border Crossings. Okay, so let's go for it. Border Crossings.
Yeah.
From Bolivian Fire Ships. Go.
Oh, nee.
Wow, look at that bit at the end. That little bit of scratching. So James Buchanan and Bolivian Fireships, and that last track was Border Crossings. Try and guess what the name of the track was before that. Imagine you're on an aeroplane and you're going up. Boarding
problems.
No, I guess there's lots of possibilities, aren't they? Thank You for Not Smoking. I really want to listen to that track now. Maybe it's just people like breathing out fire, something. I don't know. Yeah, but very. I guess. Can I say Blade Runner? Can I say that?
We are back in the last century, so we had amazing and wow and
talk about
awesome.
The Crusaders earlier.
Crusaders, and you can even say ambient.
Really? What? You can say ambient these
if you
days?
Want, yeah, of course. Why not?
No one says Brian Eno or something like that.
That doesn't matter, but let's have a good cup of ambient coffee.
Nice. Oh yeah, what would that be? There's such a thing as egg coffee.
Hat coffee?
Egg coffee. I saw this menu the other day here in Berlin.
Egg coffee?
Yeah. What do they put an egg in the coffee?
Would they do this?
No.
They put whiskey and cream
and butter in coffee as well. That's supposed to be good for you or something.
What?
Yeah.
Butter?
Halves your life apparently.
Isn't that a Tibetan thing that you put butter and tea?
Cream, I guess it's a kind of creamy thing. I don't know. Maybe you have to milk it right from the cow.
Wait a minute. So no, because coffee now is a thing for people who stay away from the
cows.
The dairy industry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's oat milk.
Right, yeah, all these special different... I don't think you can call it milk, though. You can't milk oats, can you? Or I don't know, What's the definition of milk?
But maybe milk is like a nominator, how you call it? This a registered...
trademark, copyrighted.
Registered product mark.
Yeah, I think it is, because I don't think you're allowed to say sausages. No,
sausages in your coffee, no.
Vegan sausages. I don't know whether you're allowed to say, or vegan chicken burgers or something. Made by chickens, not with chickens. Oh, wow. Oh, I bet no one's had that on their packaging before. Made for chickens. No, actually, it's not actually strictly made for chickens, is it?
Chicken make eggs.
Chickens make
so you have a vegan egg.
Which came first, the packet or the? I don't know.
So this is an egg not born from a chicken.
Yeah, well, like a virgin egg.
Virgin egg.
Yeah, Mary's virgin eggs.
Mary's virgin eggs.
Holy fallopian tubes. Yeah.
We should go to Vatican City. We should go to Vatican City.
I don't think they're going to allow us in Vatican City.
Sell Mary's virgin eggs.
Oh, yeah. The Fallopian Tube Company Limited.
What is fallopian?
Those are the bits inside. Anyway, I'll give you a demonstration afterwards. Not from myself. I don't think I can manage that. But
you've been in the hospital, so you know all these things.
All those technical terms, those medical terms. I don't think
my fallopians are very well today. I just checked them.
And my flatmate. Okay, so this is the tape review show. So we have some tapes in front of us as well. So we've done the CD line.
No. I also want to do this CD. We got
another CD.
Okay. Just to encourage the people who send us actually CDs that they eventually get played
evangelically.
And this is the last one that arrived.
When did this arrive?
Even this year.
No way.
Yeah.
Autre letter. Canada. Post Canada.
Look at the date. This is so recent. This is recent history. This
says do not open. Do not cover. No, it says do not cover, actually. Look at the date. 2202184155.97. Is that the...
That's next year.
I don't know, yeah. For a few more years in the future. Well, when was Blade Runner? 2026? Oh, no, there was the second film
89,
as well.
90.
Yeah, and then there was a new film as well, which I... fell asleep during it, I'm afraid.
There was a little bit like a commercial.
And there's going to be a new movie out.
A very long commercial without a product.
Yeah, and Harrison Ford, was he in it? I don't know. sad. Okay, not sad. What am I saying?
It was a little bit like Paris, Texas, without the desert and without Harry Dean Stanton, without Nastasha
Flying
Kinski,
cars?
without the Dharma, and without Raikudo, but it was very much like
Oh, you're talking about Paris, Texas, or
no, about Blade Runner
2.
The
Paris, Texas 2.
The hardcore cinephiles can see some similarities.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I'll putting my hand into this.
Yeah.
I haven't found the date yet either. It must be on here somewhere. 11/14. No, that's the Canadian dollars. 020. I do not. Reverse. Oh, I don't think there's a date on here. There must be a date somewhere. Anyway, here we go. There is a CD inside.
Look at the letter and stickers and a T-shirt and a flag.
Oh, look, I'm opening it.
Canadian flag.
Enigmatic sound machines. Telepathic waves. Wow, everything today is very kind of sci-fi. Telepathy reminds me of this children's series when we were kids called damn it, what was it called? The opening title sequence was a hand and it was moving really fast and it had this music like dun 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 ooh, 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 ooh. Go on then.
I think it never left the UK.
No, I think you're right. I think it was the Tomorrow game. No, the Tomorrow people. Look it up. There was don't watch the crappy TV series which they made recently. Trying to recreate it. Just watch the original stuff, and it just really had something weird, and even had an episode where they were dressed as Nazis as well. Amazing. Oh no, because I think Hitler came back.
Or
was it
Prince Harry?
There was a sci-fi one as well where they could teleport to different places and stuff. Oh. There were these kids with special powers. Of course, when we were kids, we all wanted to have special powers and things like this. And they could, and it was telepathy. So that their special powers were they could talk to each other without moving their lips, without dolls and things like this. So, and then they could teleport, and then it became very sci-fi with this robot called Tim, I think. And
Tim the robot.
Yeah, Tim. No, it wasn't a robot. It was a computer, like in Blake 7, they had this kind of whatever, anyway, like Doctor Who and all this sort of stuff. Right. But yeah, telepathic waves. Interestingly enough, they're the CD that has this kind of burning bush on it. There we go. Everything in this show. We don't realise all these strange things. Yeah, burning bush and enigmatic sound machines. Telepathic waves, etc. It looks all very professional. On the back of these kind of rude science, called circuit diagram in green. But then when you look inside, it's a handmade CD, and they've hastily scribbled on it, which is kind of a nice touch, I think, because the outside and also the inside of it, with all the titles and everything, looks fairly profesh. But we actually love the kind of DIY sort of thing. So it's a gold, one of those CDs that you used to be able to buy. I guess you can buy them still. And they've written in ESM. Yep, so remember that. Enigmatic sound machines. Canada, it says on it. Promo copy, I guess that's why they've had to write it on. And telepathic waves. First track, of course, is Enigmatic sound machines.
I have to. With a letter
I do actually have to put it in the machine. Oh, and it ejected perfectly this time. Amazing. So let's see if this one will go in. It's going in. Yeah, that's the beauty about this show. You can actually hear the machines doing their stuff. And a 13-track CD here. Machine as well.
What's the best title?
Told me that. Oh yeah. Before I forget, the last CD that we played. If you want to find out anything else about them, then contact hareem.bandcamp.com. HREAM.bandcamp.com. Hareem Recordings 2021. Oh yeah. So anyway, back to the next sci-fi recording, Enigmatic sound machines, and that's the name of the band, but band or production project, and Telepathic.
they don't use that word anymore.
Telepathic waves.
Project
is a good thing, though, isn't it? Don't you think?
It's also going. It's also going away.
Oh, it's too dated.
Yeah, no, but that's okay. This show is from last year anyway. So,
all right. And before we read the blurb that's been sent
it's a
to us,
zine.
almost, 2 pages. We'll play this first track. So.
Well, you don't go by titles?
Enigmatic Sound Machines.
They are all track titles are all called Enigmatic Sound Machines?
No, not all of them. No, the next one the next one is One by One, Blindfolded, I Will Be Your Fire, I Don't Know Your Name, Little Submarines, It's Not What You Told Me, Strange Desire, You Stand Alone, Dead Can Dance, All I Have to Say, Sometimes and
That
Free
Can Dance?
at Last. Yeah.
Is that like a cover?
Maybe they guest produced it. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll read the info after this first track. So here we go.
Are they still alive, That Can Dance?
Let's do it.
When does history start?
Good question.
Or end?
And history is only for the winners, is that right? Or
no, it's written by the winners, but that's hardly possible right now because everybody is writing.
Yeah, true. Everyone's doing it, aren't they? Yeah, or typing.
But history now is won by the people who win the
social networking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah.
And then history is all over the, well, not all over the place, but very
It's the
subjective.
true or false combat.
True, yeah. But how do you know, there's many histories, for example, or?
There's many followers.
Yeah.
And the followers don't get
Some believe.
eradicated.
Yeah, believers. I'm mixing it with believers. One thing that quickly comes to mind,
The Crusade era?
Crusaders. Oh yeah, talk to me all about Crusaders.
Crusade era.
My family are connected with the Crusaders
Yeah.
directly.
Yeah, that's wait a minute, but because one part of the Crusade people were those who were smart enough to open like hostels, brothels, bars, restaurants,
Or hospitals. On Malta.
Yeah, because the Spitalieri, because they had to create facilities for these people who were on the road.
Yep,
no?
true. Like sandwich
so I
bars,
guess
pizzerias.
Shoemakers.
Yeah, very practical. Yep,
Food
and shoes.
and tailors, of course.
Mm.
There were no sunglasses then, but yeah.
There wasn't. Yeah, there was glass though. Was there? There wasn't glass as such. They didn't have windows. Glass windows.
Yeah, no. They there must have been glass, but there weren't lenses. I think that's a thing that they started in the 17th century.
But sunglasses would be kind of like darkened glasses. That there was some kind of mystery around, not mystery, magic around that thing, like scrying mirrors and things like
maybe
that.
if some things get discovered by accident. So if you put glass in a fire that's not too hot, maybe then you get another color.
I'm just wondering about if the Crusaders wore sunglasses and stuff like that. I mean, it was lots of desert fights and things like that. So maybe it was an Islamic invention. It could have been. Actually, probably more likely to be, because a lot of
that's really shitty. I think that's one of the reasons that they just lost. No,
they couldn't see. It's too sunny.
Yeah, for the bright eyes.
Lots of them coming from the rainy UK, not UK as it was then.
And then blame it on visions that they saw God.
Yes, and angels.
Well, we lost because I saw an angel, and he interfered, and
Guess
it's just like blinded by the sun.
Yeah, blinded by the.
Right.
Yeah.
He was descendant of Crusaders.
Could be. I heard the other day that Jesus Christ is not his last name.
Oh God!
Not his surname. Yeah, he that was not his surname. He was a Christ, and a Christ was, some kind of Messiah or something like that. But he wasn't called like Jesus. Hey, Jesus Christ, come over here or something like that. No.
So
my question is, what was his surname?
If he
existed.
No,
right? I mean,
also,
this is all
and
talking about history.
And if he had, if he had a surname,
because he may not have done. But Joseph and Mary,
because
Smith or something.
No. The other name that you hear that they used a lot is that he was from Nazareth.
Yeah.
So he was the Nazarene.
Jesus of Nazareth. Yeah. So Jesus Nazi. Not Nazi.
Nazi Jesus.
The first.
To be short, because you always use these shortings when you're among friends.
Yeah. So Jesus L. N. Yeah.
So, or maybe Jesus, the bastard son of Mary.
Yeah. But that didn't go down well.
Of Mad Mary, who thought she was had a kid from the Holy
Virgin
from the Holy Spirit, and silly Joseph who believed that story. But maybe he was an old man and Mary was very young, so you just believe everything. So to keep her,
if she was married. Was she married? She must have been married to Joseph then. Why did she? Why would she fake
forced marriage?
Forced marriage, but in any case, or
maybe he bought her for a couple of sheep, or no, he was a carpenter.
He was a carpter, yeah.
Table,
a few tables.
I built you a kitchen. I get your daughter.
Yeah, it still happens today, to a certain extent. But but then why would she say it was a virgin birth? She didn't have to. Was she? Maybe she wasn't married.
Well, it's either accept. It's either tell you that the father is someone else, or use this thing which is much more like sacred,
right? Yeah.
And maybe they were in a sect already, or close to a sect,
right?
Or a cult, you know. Lots of mystery over there.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's also the liberty of the writer. Huh?
Yeah.
So from how are you going to tell this story?
Yeah.
And was Joseph really older? Did he have a beard? Was Joseph not Josephina?
Oh, wow, yeah, could be. That's why she needed a virgin birth.
And the other, she needed a beard.
Yeah.
Or otherwise they would know that they were a lesbian couple.
It's getting very Monty Python now. But actually, the idea of a virgin birth does come from Egyptian mythology as well, doesn't it? All this stuff comes. I mean, they're kind of metaphors as well, aren't they? And because I think in ancient Egypt there were virgin births and things like this, and there was a Mary and a Joseph. No, there wasn't a Mary and a Joseph.
Yeah, but
God Mary. There were God Mary. I don't know.
Yeah,
in the shape of probably beaked birds.
Yeah, but that indeed is a theory that they just
it's all theory.
Put all these ingredients in a soup and then you got a new religion, because it all started in 300 something.
Yeah.
But then they said take this testament, this testament, this testament, this testament, and put them together, and then we got a nice story.
Whoa, nice pop-up book.
Yeah. And then you had the ideologist.
Yeah.
Paul. And he brought in the human sacrifice thing.
Oh, yeah, from the Aztecs, or
no, it was also very current over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was human sacrifice everywhere.
Should have been there.
There was a global thing.
Yeah,
and not local, not invented by the Aztecs. No. In fact,
they were before. Oh, who came first? The Aztecs.
In fact, it still exists. If you go more into the metaphors, because the whole war in Ukraine is one big human sacrifice.
Oh, yeah. But isn't any war a human sacrifice? Or?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Also, Second World War.
Yeah.
Giant human sacrifice. And look where we were 30 years later. Shining.
Selling cars.
The best, biggest country in the world. From very strong, everybody happy. Yeah.
True. Radio on Berlin and Enigmatic Sound Machines with some vocals, Rinus. There you go. Rinus van Albeck.
From Canada. And come back, microphone.
Yeah.
Didn't you get Doctor Who vibes with that last song?
Oh, we were, actually, funnily enough, we were talking about, it does have this, although I guess Doctor Who soundtracks wouldn't necessarily have vocals in them, but it could be. It is, yes, but very kind of like 70s, 80s, not 70s, but 80s
TV
kind
landscape.
Of feeling. Yeah, certainly. Like very good. Oh, Rinus, did you ever see any Doctor Who, or do you remember any of it, or?
No,
but
I do radio shows with you, so I know the person.
Sure. But very it's got a time travel-y sort of feeling to it, isn't it? And that was the last track was One by One, and before that was the title track of this album. Oh no, I don't know whether they're called Telepathic Waves now, or whether they're called Enigmatic Sound Machines, because the first track is Enigmatic Sound Machine. Oh no, it is definitely Telepathic Waves, and I was going to read this piece of paper which Rinus started reading.
I didn't.
No, he didn't. Oh, okay.
That's right.
We were changing over CD players, but you'll never know about that. Okay, so a bit of blurb here. Enigmatic Sound Machines, based in Montreal, Canada. ESM, I'll call them, is a future retro futuristic. What about that?
It's like the government buildings in Berlin. They're also retro futuristic.
Retrofuturism.
That's futurism from the 90s.
Nice. And it's a project. You talk about project before.
Okay, you see? Yep. That's a retro thing.
Yeah. The brainchild of two childhood friends with a common love for music, philosophy, and the arts. There you go. Self-produced and, yes, enigmatic, ! Jeremiah Arabus is a founding member of Men Without Hats. Whoa, no way.
No.
A multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah. You can dance if you want to.
Don't leave your friends behind. There was something about that particular track. Oh, what was it? Because it was a punk thing. I remember seeing something about a documentary about Men Without Hats, and it was a lot more than I thought it was at the time. Of course, I was about 10 years old or something like that, maybe 12 or something when it first came out. But it was, you weren't allowed to dance. I think that was it. I think that
where he went, you couldn't dance where he went.
Yeah,
must be church or
perhaps
Boy Scout thing,
or it was a
supermarket.
Because they came around. Punk, was it punk when they came, or I don't know. I have to look it up.
And very funny. I just saw a clip, piece of half a minute, and I thought, that was a nice song. And that singer is tall.
Oh, you know what? I really want to listen to it again now, because the voice is probably sounds like. I bet he's a founding member of Men Without Hats, so he might be the singer.
Or the guy without a hat.
Well, it says a multi-instrumentalist, vocalist, writer, composer, arranger, and producer, creator of hundreds of audio, video, and visual art.
You don't need a band if you're all that. So.
And his other childhood friend is Thomas Zurime. Forgive me. Zurime. Musicologist, researcher, producer, arranger, and writer, specialist in progressive rock, jazz, fusion, electronic, and has written over 1,500 reviews on internet platform Prog Archives, as well as a Facebook page.
Great, we get a review of
Prog Rogue
of this radio show.
Yeah, perhaps. Good job our CD player is now working, isn't it? Or replaced it with another one.
What's his name? What's his name again?
Both of them. Okay.
No, the review writer.
Oh, Thomas Zume.
Thomas, I consider you a contributor of €100 to our fundraising project.
Join our fundraising project.
Yeah, you don't have to pay, but we will dedicate 1 hour of our airtime to you if you write a great review.
Yeah, and what
about that, Thomas?
And we need a new CD player in the studio.
Yeah. Okay. Spell out corruption.
Okay, so, the last bit is, this is their debut release, Telepathic Waves, available worldwide on all digital platforms. I guess you can go to enigmaticsoundmachines.hearnow.com. Actually, the last one we were sent, didn't that have a Here Now? Oh, H. Ream Productions. Here Ream Production, yeah. Okay. Everything's connected in the show. It's kind of weird, isn't it? How things start getting interwoven. Lastly, it says fans of intelligent yet accessible synth electronic music such as Kraftwerk, Gary Newman, Depeche Mode, Ultravox, OMD, and Yellow Magic Orchestra, to name only a few, will easily identify with them. The inclusion of various progressive sounds are what makes this band rather unique. Oh yeah, and then it's got all the bits and pieces at the end. I won't give you a telephone number out, Thomas, because of course, everyone will start calling.
Why not?
You
Then they can start booking
and all this stuff. Oh yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit careful about that kind of stuff. But yeah, you can contact them on Facebook, Enigmatic Sound Machines, and like like I said before, I guess if you just look it up, because it can't be that common, this name. But yeah, let's play another track.
If there's something more exciting than Dead Can Dance, then we do that.
Oh, do you want to go for the Dead Can Dance?
No, but maybe
track?
there's something else, or we just play from You Can Dance If You Want.
Oh, yeah, sure. But the next track is actually called Blindfolded, so that might be something. But or track number 10, Dead Can Dance, or You Stand Alone. Choose, Rinus. Little Submarines. I Don't Know Your Name.
You think that there's a Ringo sample on the Little Submarines?
Free at last. That could be. Let's go for the Little Submarine, shall we? That sounds cool.
Because of that science fiction movie, I had to stay in theme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
Hold your breath and dive. Join me underwater. Set the sea to the rain.
you go.
Yeah.
Enigmatic sound machines.
And maybe in this track there was a little wink from Hello to a band called Liaison Dangereux.
Oh.
Las Niñas de la Playa.
Go on. Expand more.
With all niñas Spanish, and this is counting in Spanish.
Children,
and
small children.
The kids on the beach.
Oh.
And it was like a summer hit, but it was all about a nuclear disaster.
Nice. Don't make them like that anymore, do they?
Yeah. And I think they were counting in that song as well. And also with this very heavy synth drumming theme in it, with the dum 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 dum, something like that. 1, 2, maybe they went 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they went like Los Niños.
Hit it, DD!
Yeah.
Get him out of the studio.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I want a Joey Ramone doll. You're going to interject into it because
and he would say this. It's a speaking doll.
If it could talk as well, that'd be great. Or sing or something.
Well, that's your thing.
He would just go like, "Take it away, Dini."
Yeah, then you can sell your stuff on Amazon. You know.
Yeah, sure.
The Ramones dolls.
Exactly. Oh, they go like fireflies.
Yeah, and Joey Ramone only going like Britsky Pop.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can collect all of them, but are they all dead now?
They're all
one
dead.
Ramone.
The Ramones are dead.
Not one single Ramone left.
That's a big album title as well. The Ramones are dead. But they're dead.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, I was trying to say. I mean, sorry guys. Look, this is a segue. But yeah,
but that's how we review everything that comes.
That's
in.
our thing. This is our thing.
It's all meta.
I was on the way back from the market yesterday, from the flea market here on the Maybachhof alongside the canal, and and there's a what do they call it? A cafe. Yeah, a cafe, and it's got it has all these old. It was closed, but it had all these old boxes with figures and things like that in it, and it had a Joey Ramone. That's the reason I'm saying it. And I was trying to take a photo, but it was all reflecting back the light and all this sort of stuff. Maybe we'll put it in the Instagram or Radio 1 Berlin Instagram thing. But in any case, then I started searching for these dolls, and they're like about $140 was one of them. I know it was in America. Another one was €95 or something like that. It's a bit too much to have a little dolly.
Hold on.
Really? Oh yeah, we could get have one of those Radio 1. Give us money for Joey Ramone dolls.
That would be the second fundraiser. Yeah.
We can play with them live on the air. Go on.
But there's a connection. There's a Ramones museum in Berlin.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Jason,
I know he's been hassling me to contact. Yeah,
and he is now with the guy of the Ramones.
This
museum.
is an advert for that show.
Okay. Finally, Jason, here's your advert.
24 hours ago. Oh, go on.
No, just 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, Jason and this guy from the Ramones Museum, they've got a tour of Berlin in a Ramones truck.
Yeah, an old truck.
Yeah.
An old camper van.
And it's all like, because the thing doesn't start, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it goes
really? And all the smoke comes out of it.
Yeah. So PT bus on its way to Friedrichshain or whatever.
Can't fail. Yeah. Great idea.
No, PT boat on its way to Pankow.
Okay.
Havana, Pankow. Is there a 3-syllable neighborhood in Berlin?
The KKK took my baby away. No.
Oh, that's older stuff.
I know. That was the one I was singing to my daughter the other day. First I was playing some ABBA to her because my mum just went on this ABBA thing at the aquarium with lots of anyway.
ABBA plays Ramones
with lots of light. And I was playing
Ramones
some stuff.
Play ABBA.
The only
not possible anymore.
The only one. Yeah, in the future, you would have these kind of like mashups.
Well, is AI not capable of like from play?
It should be able to,
make a Ramones song,
Ramones
song
in the
play
style of
ABBA.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but I was playing all these tracks, these ABBA tracks first to my daughter, right?
Waterloo by the Ramones.
Didn't recognise it. She didn't recognise it as if it was...
She didn't recognise
as
Waterloo?
if it was by something else, yeah. The only ABBA track she recognised was Money, Money, Money.
Your daughter is growing up very well.
I know, 9 years old, and she's already... her ears pricked up as soon as she heard that track, yeah.
Well, it could have been Dancing Queen.
Well, she could have recognised all of them. And then I was playing her some Ramones, and then she was like, this is horrible, I can't... Even though when she was a baby, I used to play all this stuff to her anyway, but she doesn't recognise any of this stuff. So I was singing it and I'm saying, look, but what you don't realise, Maya, at the time, that it was, there was nothing else like it. Nothing else like these long-haired guys, that got on stage and made this noise. Every track probably sounded the same to people that had no idea, and it was wild, and it influenced loads of other bands and stuff like that, but it goes all over her head, of course. And then I saw this Joey Ramone doll,
and that's how to get it into her life, of course.
Instead of all these fairies and all these schleich sort of horses and cutesy sort of things, then she can start collecting.
Someone in Canada
really
now going from, what about the man without hands doll?
Exactly. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto that, but that was through you guys. That's you. Yeah, you helped us that.
Yeah, thank you,
Jeremiah and Thomas out there. Yeah, so we look forward to hearing more of your things. Actually, there was Little Submarines. That was track 6.
And of course, waiting for your killer review of our radio show. Just listen to a few of them, and it will come as magically, automatically out of
randomly
out of your fingers, because people don't use ballpoint writers anymore.
Ballpoint pencils.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have some tapes to play as well. This show has got to have some tapes.
True. And I repeat this promise. So for a killer review, we dedicate 1 hour to anything that you want us to talk about. And we can talk about everything.
Info at the end of the show.
Yeah. I prefer this one.
Rinus has got 2 cassettes in his hand. He's handed me one with his right hand.
Yeah, they're not packed because they were handed to me by the people who
made them.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, by the artists themselves.
Well, this one's got in dark plastic.
Yeah, the piece of paper doesn't belong to it. That's what I stick into it as a reminder to write to the person that we played it, and that's got...
and that was Miriam, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, and so her name is Miriam Brugning?
Brugging?
Brugging?
It's Dutch.
Miriam?
And maybe it's repeated in the inlay.
Yeah, okay.
And if it isn't, then I can tell the story. She has a friend, and I think he's in something psychiatric, so something like from make outsider art, because that's where it comes from people who are in these closed institutes. And he wrote and writes poems, and she uses those poems and set them to music. So that's a collaboration with that guy, in a way, I think, if I remember right.
I think this tape is called Hochberg 2 Evils. Hochberg 2 Evils. Track number 1. Oh, man. Oh, my eyes. I'm going to have to wear glasses. No, track number 1, The Cage. And then, but it's only, it's halfway through, Rinus.
Oh, God.
Side A. Oh, yeah.
Well,
we go for side A. And then
what we do? We just start halfway at random, or halfway at random?
Oh, go on then.
Okay.
And it's a kind of dark orange.
But it's... Oh, God. No, but it's like orange. 2 times 5 minutes. Oh, no. I go back.
Go on. Sound of rewinding on the show.
B. Is this B? B. This is A.
Yeah,
B. So B. We go back with the B.
It's going back with the B.
And now I hope this is that I've got the right speed.
Yeah. Let's take the telepathic waves off the turntable. So yeah, if you want to contact Radio On, then it's www.radioonberlin with kind of dashes in between. But in any case,
well, anyway, also the Insta thing is a very democratic way of getting in touch directly.
Yep, of course. Yep.
What is it?
Don't know. I think it's Radio On Berlin at Radio On Berlin
with some
underscores,
hyphens, whatever.
Oh yeah, you have
something.
to get it exact, don't you? You can't just type in Radio On.
Yeah,
Berlin.
but if you search on Instagram Radio On Berlin, it will eventually arrive.
You'll find it eventually.
Yeah.
But if you just type in Radio On Berlin into a search engine, we're top. That must mean something.
Who did you pay?
No one. No, there's nothing
they
else
like
it. There's nothing else like
they
it.
Like
Google
us.
likes us, yeah, I guess. Or we've done something very, very wrong, and we're on the top of a list somewhere.
Whoa.
Probably.
Let's see. Is this fast?
Fast enough for me?
No, this is fast. Go back. Okay. Is something coming?
I don't know. Probably got it. Should be.
Everything you have becomes dust and bone. You realize it's dust and bone, so dust and bone becomes slush and a throne. You sit there, you slip once and you're dead forever. Now you're fucked. Because you wrote a very cursed poem. Good luck, Mika. It's just intercourse intermittently beneath
the conversation you're actually having with each other. That exactly is the essence of sex. Because what you're supposed to do with food, according to Africa. Africa knows what to do with food because Africa's starving for it every fucking day. So they're philosophizing on how to eat the food in their very hearts and minds because they're starving. Now, Ethiopia knows what to do with food. Africa doesn't. Ethiopia shuts the fuck up to Africa. Africa fucks the shit up. For every country there is. Now, Holland interrupts you over food is a curse to Africa. So Holland is basically a curse to Africa. So Africa's gonna go fucking kill Holland at some point. You know? That's culture. Culture doesn't comply to each other. You get a war. Eventually you're going to get a spiritual war. No, you're going to get nukes in your country because your country is a disgrace to everything that exists in your very heart and mind. Holland is calling for nukes. As we speak.
Hochberg, Two Evils. Actually, we didn't describe what was on the front of the... there's a kind of drawing, or how would you describe that? Oh, well, it's an eye. Sketch.
Yeah,
black and white.
And things with roots, and it could also be a semen, and...
could be an evil eye. I don't know. But it's, yeah... Very
it's
nice.
Part of a bigger whole. Of what?
Everything's part of a bigger whole. Perhaps.
No, I mean a bigger painting.
Well, in
picture.
Yeah. Well, there's a black heart.
It could also be like just make dots on paper and then draw lines.
Could be lots of things.
Or move the paper.
Inside, there's lots of scribbles. Well, kind of inky scribbles. There's a feeling. There's a feeling about it.
It's very black and white.
That's what we should say. Yeah. Kind of dark, dreamy, disturbing. And it also says something in Dutch. Perhaps it's in Dutch. It says "Ien gevangenisbroekie." What's that, Rinus? Our resident Dutch translator here.
Een gevangenissprookje. A fairy tale from jail.
There you go. Oh yeah, it's got this kind of dark fairy tale sort of feeling to it.
And probably something is written here as well, but this is like, no, this is Lost in the Rain.
Dark rain. Apocalyptic.
Weren't we talking about this? Lost in Space, Lost in Battleships Galactica.
The Time Tunnel.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Like tears in the cream.
Yeah.
Lost in pudding like tears in the cream.
Oh, that could be the new remake for the... Yeah. For the Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner, like a cooking show, you know.
Yeah, sure.
12
yeah, great.
Around the world, or not around the world, just on one table.
It's the Nexus 6 cooking show. Yeah. For your entertainment. The retrofuturism.
Okay, how to feed an android.
Okay, feed it with humans, I guess. AI. Well, I'll ask. Yeah. Ask.
But I must say, we started off in Stockholm with all this retro ambient, and then we went to Canada, where the retro ambient got a voice and a pulse, and then we were in Holland, and this is still the same.
True.
And I guess these are all three generations of sound makers. I think the guy in Stockholm might be a little bit your age. The guys in Canada might be a little bit of my age.
I know I'm laughing.
And this girl I met, and she is in her 20s.
Where did you meet her then?
I'm
Here in Berlin?
No, in The Hague,
Where
I was performing with Harold Schellings of
yes.
of Diktat and other fame like Ultra something.
Probably won't even notice that edit.
He was DIY in Holland way before Thatcher all appropriated it and say, if you want to do something, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah, go to work on an egg.
Yeah, and everybody was already doing it themselves because they didn't get any possibility to do it in a different way.
Yeah.
There was,
No funding.
no funding, no interest, no money, no capitalization of it, unless you were a Sex Pistol, then and had a marketing genius like
Fashion.
like that Scotsman behind you and the fashion queen.
Ilya Kuryakin. Anyway, that's
What?
Scottish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But are we going to go for the last tape?
No, I go home.
It's the final tape.
No.
Okay. So
we leave this for the next
to remember this.
review
Yep.
show.
So thank you very much for
And,
joining us. Rinus is
No,
handing
sorry,
the tape.
because this is I'm 50 minutes from
Yeah, of course.
from eating time.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
I'll round it up. So
And I have to go to the supermarket as well.
Yeah, I don't think people are interested in that though.
Well,
Or maybe
everybody
they
goes to
are.
the supermarket.
Exactly.
And
Daily life.
and I have to start
Fix your tape machine.
see if I should worry about this or
Yeah.
cry over it
Yeah.
for the rest of the evening. That doesn't work.
We can get funding for that.
Yeah.
Get another funding thing. Have all these things going
Our
at
third
once.
funding.
Yep. Idea.
The first is for the microphones.
fix
The second
Rinus's
one is
tape
a
machine.
fast one for Joey Ramone.
Figures.
Figures.
Yes. Joey Ramone doll. Isn't that from one of those? There's a track, isn't there? I want a Joey Ramone doll. Yeah, we should have Radio On dolls. Rinus and Adrian dolls. With detachable hair.
Yeah, with wigs.
Yeah, stuff like this. That's what I was
With
thinking.
wigs and earphones.
Yeah, I could have put that wig on a doll of one of my daughters, and then it could have been a Joey Ramone.
Oh God! But they
doll,
must be
couldn't it?
so very easy to make, the Rinus and
reckon.
Adrian figurines.
Yes, exactly. Perhaps, I don't know.
With wigs,
see.
yeah.
That's another project.
That's
you know.
yeah. First, we do crowdfunding to actually make them, and
Yeah.
then another one so that you can actually get them.
Perfect. You have been listening to the Tape Review Show with Rinus van Alabik and
They're
myself,
speaking dolls,
Adrian Shepard.
huh?
And the dolls are speaking now, and just pull the threads out their backsides.
You're listening to
the Tape Review Show.
Yow.
Give them different accents, different countries, different accents, dialects,
Yeah,
sub-dialects,
Oh wow!
all sorts of things. And www.radioonberlin.com.
Also on Instagram.
And podcasting across all the major platforms.
We are even on the fascist
the-
platform if you want to reach out there.
Yeah.
Still.
But we're going to call it Twitter. We're not going to call it any other Buchstabens. Anyway, another battle for another time.
True. Goodbye.
Have a good evening.
Yep.
You have been listening to Radio on Berlin. Yeah!